So inside of this video, I do want to talk about what the new best race is inside of types, which has a lot of people inside general chat and just all that are having their own opinion. I watched this Netilum video, and it kind of pointed out to me that Arantars are kind of dotted in. Like, Arantars are probably the best thing into the game. I know I made a video saying that they were hard nerfed. That's before I saw the nerfs to the other races. So let's just go over it. So we already knew that before the game shut down, right? Arantars had the best defense. That was just a blatant fact. They had Hero, which gave 15% defense. We already knew that. But now, Quincy's no longer have a health pack. And Soul Reaper's health pack is barely anything from popping their mode. And Arantars still have that same amount of defense. And if we scroll down, when you get Ancient Vasto, you have unlimited Hero. And they said that the accessories are going to give you barely any defense. So let's assume on the bright side, if you have the best accessories, you get 5% defense. That means Arantars passively will have 20% defense. And Soul Reapers and Quincy's will have 5%. And they'll get barely anything from popping mode. Quincy's won't even get anything from popping mode as far as health packs go. Now, yes, they do have Blood Vein, so they do have a little bit of defense, so Quincy's aren't going to die nearly as fast. But Soul Reapers are going to die in like 3 combos. They're cooked. And then if we scroll down, we go to Devil Trigger. Devil Trigger is something that every single race can obtain, okay? Cool. It replaces your sub mode. Soul Reapers get Judgment Cut. Quincy's get the Auto Track move from Virgil's moveset. And Arantars get the ultimate from Virgil. This is what Arantars are getting. The literal ultimate move that he has. Where Soul Reapers get one of his normal ass moves, and Quincy's get an even worse normal ass move. And Arantars get the ultimate. Okay? Then we look at Ancient Vasto. You get unlimited Hero. If you're guard broken, you guard break the opponent. It does have a very long cooldown, but still. And you have more passes and abilities that you can find out. And yes, you lose your Vasto variant, but I don't think nobody cares. Okay? And then if we scroll up, let's say you don't want Devil Trigger, right? Let's say you don't want Devil Trigger. If you get Vow of Sacrifice as an Arantar, you're still God. The only thing that you lose with Vow of Sacrifice is your sub mode. Arantars don't have a sub mode. So you're getting all these buffs for free. If we go look at the Tendo one, Landing Bisection will spawn an Inner Spirit to do Rising Swallow instantly and throw the opponent in your direction. Vertical Down will automatically do Split Gate. So if you're a Soul Reaper, you can't even really go Vow of Sacrifice, because if we go read Soul Reaper's nerf, your innate passives or defense won't work without Visored. So Soul Reapers need their Visored, so they can't run Vow of Sacrifice, right? And then every other Vow is kind of fucking ass. Vow of Sacrifice is like the only really good one, just because the stuff that you get here. Like, Landing Fast Vane will instantly do Floating Strikes. And then you can do Flash Vane after that, and that's just a god combo. So yeah. It's basically like Arantars are god now. And let's not even talk about Quincy's, okay? Quincy's. You can either run Cybernetic or Let's. But Let's is useless now because you don't get a health pack. So you're basically stuck using Cybernetic. But Cybernetics aren't very good. And then, if we scroll down to the actual balance changes, they remove Zweiss from the game. They removed Quincy's best weapon from the game. And then they did other balance changes here. Blood Artery no longer gives Rayatsu regen. It gives 0. True Blood was removed from the game. So, yeah. The only thing Quincy's really got was Almighty, which might be insane. But it has like a quest line to actually obtain it. So we have no idea. Now, if we look at the clans as well, you know, all the clans are kind of even. I would say Soul Reapers and Quincy's probably do have the best ones, where Arantars have the worst ones. But if you read this, Enhance Hero. If Hero variant, then you get an extra 2.5 defense. So you get even stronger, no matter what. Or you can get this one and get a slight speed boost and damage boost. Or you can increase your Cerro Skellies. So, as far as what the best race is, I don't want to say that it is a Ronkars, but let's keep in mind, there is apparently a quest where you can get your second partial ability back. If you can get 2 partial abilities with like 25% defense, where every other race will only have a max of like 7% defense, Ronkars will simply just be dot again. I would go as far as saying they already are. A lot of people were saying, oh, Soul Reapers really didn't get nerfed at all. They're still going to be the best thing inside the game. You don't get any defense or passives if you're not in Visored. And then Visored might be useless because if you want to run Vow of Sacrifice, the best Vow, you have to get rid of your Visored. If you want to run Devil Trigger, you have to get rid of your Visored. And it doesn't say without sub mode, it says without Visored. So Soul Reapers are forced to use Visored. So they basically can't even use Devil Trigger, and they can't use the other Vow. And their health pack is just terrible. They're by far the squishiest. They have no defense. They have really nothing. And then if they want to run Shikai Stasis, it's even worse, because their damage is reduced as well. In my own personal opinion, I think Ronkars are the best thing. Because if you kind of look at what they have, it's kind of blatant, right? You have a Cerro. You have 2 Cerros. 15% defense at all times. And 1 partial move, okay? 1 partial move isn't even that bad. Quincy's will only have 2, unless if they run a Cybernetic. And then Soul Reapers, it doesn't even matter. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. Because if you hit, I would say 2 combos on the Soul Reaper, they're dead, bro. They have no defense. They really have nothing. So, yeah. And then, obviously, there's all the balance changes as well. Now, we don't know about Fullbringers. Fullbringers could be crazy, because reading some of these clan passives, they do sound kind of crazy. Or a Hime sounds insane. You escape death. You literally revive yourself. The only thing is, as far as true modes go, Soul Reapers by far the most. They have like 23, and Ronkars have like 10. And then Quincy's have like 15 or something. So yeah, that is kind of crazy. But then we can read Partial Essence as well. Partial Essence now resets the cooldown of your partial move if you land Cerro Osterus. So if you land Cerro Osterus, you automatically get your partial move off cooldown. And then there's like no nerfs to any, like really the only thing that got nerfs was Shikais and Strifts. There's like no nerfs to any, Slash got a nerf, and that's basically it. Slash was the only thing that I actually saw get nerfed. So we'll have to see. Obviously, you guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts inside the comment section down below. But as far as this update log goes, it's making it seem like a Ronkars might unironically be the best thing. Because we already know Segunda alone was already insane. By far the best modes inside the game. And now we're having true Segundas. So yeah, we'll really have to see. But I do think a Ronkars might be the best thing inside the game. If you just look at what they have compared to the other races, that's kind of what it is. Quincy's lost their best weapon. You won't run Let's, basically. Blood Artery got completely nerfed. You get no Ray regen from it. The Cybernetics aren't even good, so you basically have to choose between a mid-third ability or a Let's that is useless. And then Soul Reapers, they have to run Visored. They can't really even run Devil Trigger or Vow of Potential. They keep 3 moves, but they're so squishy to the point where it doesn't matter. And they basically don't even get a health pack anymore from popping Visored. And then Ronkars, highest defense, probably with all accessories and hero clan, you can probably get 22 defense. You have a Seropath, you have Ostris, you'll have Ancient Vastos, so you'll have Infinite Hero, and other buffs that we don't even know yet. And then apparently there's a quest that can get you your second partial ability. So, Ronkars kind of just sound like the best thing, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll obviously have to see. As far as clans, though, you'll probably want to run something with more Rayatu. But yeah, you guys can kind of feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below. Everyone that's saying Arontars were hard nerfed kind of didn't read the update log. Because Arontars are perfectly fine. If not, they might be the strongest things of the game right now. But yeah, we'll have to see. You guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be dropping one more video about this update log, going over all the balance changes and talking about all that. But it is kind of crazy that people are saying Arontars are the worst. If anything, Quincy's are by far the worst, in my opinion. But you guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.